Most people think intelligence is loud. They imagine confidence as constant talking, fast answers, dominant personalities, people who always need to be heard. But reality works very differently, because the smartest person in the room is usually the quietest one. And most people never realize it. They overlook them completely until one moment changes everything. Because while everyone else is busy trying to impress the world, intelligent people are watching it, studying it, analyzing every detail silently. The fake smiles, the nervous habits, the hidden insecurity behind confidence. And psychologically, there's a deep reason why highly intelligent people often stay quiet. In fact, silence is not weakness, it's control. And once you truly understand the psychology behind quiet people, you'll never look at silence the same way again. From childhood, we are programmed to believe that louder means stronger. The loud student gets attention. The funny person becomes popular. The extrovert controls conversations. And slowly, society creates a dangerous illusion that if you are quiet, something must be wrong with you. But intelligent people eventually discover something most people never understand. Talking too much reveals too much. Your emotions, your insecurities, your intentions, your weaknesses. The more impulsively a person speaks, the easier they become to read. And smart people understand one thing extremely well. Information is power. That's why they don't rush to speak. They observe first. While others try desperately to be noticed, intelligent people quietly collect information. And ironically, the quiet person usually understands the room better than everyone else. Have you ever noticed something strange? When a quiet person suddenly speaks, the entire room listens. Why? Because silence creates psychological weight. The human brain values rarity. If someone talks constantly, their words slowly lose importance. But when someone speaks less, their words feel more valuable, more powerful, more meaningful. This is why calm people often appear naturally confident, because confidence does not need constant noise. Real confidence is controlled, and silence creates mystery. The human brain is obsessed with mystery. We naturally become curious about quiet people. What are they thinking? Why are they so calm? What do they know that others don't? And without realizing it, people begin giving silent individuals more psychological authority. Not because they demanded attention, but because they didn't chase it. Most people enter conversations trying to respond. Intelligent people enter conversations trying to understand. That changes everything. Because while loud people focus on being heard, smart people focus on patterns. Tone changes, energy shifts, facial expressions, tiny emotional reactions. They notice when someone is pretending. They notice fake confidence, they notice manipulation. And this ability comes from observation, not endless talking. In psychology, this is connected to awareness and emotional intelligence. The quieter the mind becomes, the more it notices, and awareness is dangerous. Because once you truly understand people, you start seeing through them. You notice hidden jealousy, hidden insecurity, hidden intentions, and suddenly, the world stops looking as genuine as it once did. That's why intelligent people sometimes become quieter with age. Because experience teaches them that not every conversation deserves energy. Not every argument deserves a response. And not every person deserves access to their mind. Most conversations today are not really about connection. They're about validation. People interrupt each other to feel important. They overshare to gain approval. They speak loudly because silence makes them uncomfortable. But intelligent people slowly realize something powerful. Constant validation is exhausting, so they stop trying to prove themselves to everyone. They stop explaining themselves unnecessarily. They stop fighting for attention. And they become selective with their words, because truly intelligent people understand something most humans never master. Silence protects energy, and energy is life. That's why calm individuals often feel different from the crowd. They no longer chase every social interaction. They no longer need to dominate every room. And strangely, the less they seek attention, the more attention they naturally attract. because humans admire what feels emotionally controlled. One of the biggest signs of intelligence is emotional control. Most people react instantly. Anger, jealousy, frustration, fear, everything becomes visible immediately. But intelligent people pause. And that pause changes everything because emotions are contagious. The moment a person loses emotional control, they lose psychological control too. That's why calm people often appear more powerful during stressful situations. While everyone else panics, they remain composed, and silence becomes their shield. Their ability to stay emotionally stable allows them to think clearly while others react emotionally. Over time, this becomes a massive advantage in life, in relationships, in leadership, in business, in social situations. Because the person who controls emotions usually controls the situation. But there's another side to intelligence that people rarely talk about, the darker side. Highly intelligent people often feel disconnected from the world around them. Not because they hate people, but because shallow conversations slowly become exhausting. They crave depth, meaning, authenticity. But modern society rewards distraction, noise, entertainment, fake personalities, and eventually, many intelligent people begin isolating themselves emotionally because they become tired of pretending, tired of fake friendships, tired of conversations with no meaning. Sometimes their silence is not confidence, it's disappointment. Disappointment in how artificial the world can feel. This is why many intelligent people spend more time alone, because solitude becomes peaceful. In silence, they can think clearly. And for an intelligent mind, clarity feels addictive. The human brain constantly absorbs energy from environments. Loud environments create stress. Constant stimulation creates mental exhaustion. But silence gives intelligent people space to process life deeply. And once someone experiences that peace, normal noise starts feeling unbearable. That's why highly intelligent people often disappear from crowds. Not because they are weak, but because protecting peace becomes more important than chasing approval. There's also something psychologically intimidating about quiet people, because silence makes prediction difficult. You can predict emotional people easily. Loud people, impulsive people, people who constantly reveal themselves. But quiet people are harder to understand, and humans naturally fear what they cannot fully predict. That's why silence can feel powerful, especially when combined with confidence.
Come on, come on.
A calm person with emotional control creates
Yes.
presence automatically, without trying, without
What's that?
forcing
Oh, fish.
attention, without begging for validation. True power rarely looks desperate. It looks controlled. And the most dangerous people are often not the loudest ones. They are the calm observers, the ones silently understanding everything around them. History repeatedly proves this. Many of the greatest thinkers, strategists, inventors, leaders, and philosophers were deeply reflective people. Not because silence magically creates intelligence, but because silence creates observation. And observation creates understanding. Most people are too distracted to truly observe life anymore. Their minds are constantly overloaded. Notifications, social media, entertainment, noise everywhere. But intelligent people often step back from constant stimulation. And in that silence, they begin seeing reality more clearly. They understand human behavior, emotions, patterns, manipulation, weaknesses. And once someone understands human nature deeply, they naturally become quieter because they realize how much unnecessary noise exists in the world. Not every opinion matters. Not every reaction is important. Not every battle deserves attention. This is why intelligent people often seem emotionally distant, because their minds are filtering constantly, analyzing constantly, thinking constantly. And over time, they learn that silence is more valuable than meaningless conversation. The world teaches people to speak more, but intelligence often teaches the opposite. Speak less, observe more, protect your energy, protect your peace. Because silence is not emptiness, silence is awareness, and awareness changes everything. In the end, the loudest person in the room is rarely the strongest. Sometimes, the quietest person is the one who understands everyone else completely. While others fight desperately to be noticed, intelligent people move differently, calmly, quietly, carefully, because they know something most people never realize. Real power does not scream for attention. It speaks softly and still changes the entire room.